Welcome to Reds Fusion LFC, where Anfield beats louder. Big moves brewing at Anfield. Liverpool are closing in on a top England defender, eyeing a cheaper alternative to Isak, and Konate shuts down exit rumours. Plus a striker deal is off, but another is heating up fast. Let's break it all down right now. Liverpool edging closer to signing England defender. Liverpool begin the defence of their Premier League title with a game against Bournemouth on the opening night of the new season. Arne Slot's side cruised to the title during his debut season in charge, and the Dutchman will hope to see his side defend their crown next term. The Reds have already bolstered Slot's squad heavily with the arrivals of Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, and Jeremy Frimpong, but it has now emerged that the Merseyside Giants could soon complete another statement signing. According to Football Insider, Liverpool are increasingly likely to sign Crystal Palace defender Marc Guéhi to bolster Slot's back line ahead of the new season. The report claims that Liverpool's path to signing the England international could become much clearer if the Eagles finalise a £45 million deal to sign Sporting CP's Ousmane Diomande. Guéhi, 25, joined Palace from Chelsea in 2021 and has since made more than 150 appearances for the South London side across all competitions. Last season the centre-back featured 44 times for Oliver Glasner's side across all competitions, playing a key role as they lifted the FA Cup for the first time in the club's history. Liverpool have allowed Jarell Quansah to depart Anfield this summer, with the Englishman joining German side Bayer Leverkusen. Palace captain Guéhi has therefore emerged as a target for the Reds as they look to bolster Slot's defensive options, with both Joe Gomez and Ibrahima Konate have struggled with injuries over the past few seasons. The England international has been heavily linked with a move away from Palace over the past year, and he is now in the final 12 months of his current contract with the FA Cup holders. Liverpool, working on Alexander Isak alternative they could sign for half the price. The Premier League champions are being tipped to sign a striker this summer. Liverpool are reportedly working on a deal that could bring Hugo Ekitike to Anfield as an Alexander Isak alternative, but the Reds may have to bide their time before striking an agreement. It's been a frantic start to the summer for Liverpool, who have already welcomed Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, and Florian Wirtz to the club. The Premier League champions' spending spree could continue into the summer though, with a striker said to be on Arne Slot's wishlist. It comes amid an uncertain future for Darwin Núñez, with Newcastle's Isak mooted as Liverpool's number one pick. But considering some reports have suggested Newcastle will hold out for a whopping £200 million, it's likely Liverpool will have to explore other options. One being Ekitike, who enjoyed a stellar season for Eintracht Frankfurt in the Bundesliga and is being linked with a move to one of Europe's elite clubs. It's been claimed that Frankfurt have slapped a hefty £84 million valuation on Ekitike's shoulders, which has initially put teams off from making a move. However, according to transfer insider Ben Jacobs, the German outfit could change their asking price the longer the summer goes on, with claims the Frenchman's price tag could drop from £84 million to £70 million, which would trigger the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool to swoop. There's no guarantee of that happening though, given Eintracht currently find themselves in a strong negotiating position. They bagged £59 million from the sale of Omar Marmush to Manchester City in January and finished inside the Bundesliga's Champions League spots, opening themselves up to the riches of Europe's most prestigious club competition next season. As such, sporting director Marcus Krosch recently told the Wiesbadener Courier, "We don't have to sell Hugo, if the price isn't right, then he'll stay." Liverpool will have until September 1 to wrap up any summer transfer dealings, including outgoings. The aforementioned Núñez is said to be attracting interest from Serie A champions Napoli, but much like Liverpool with Ekitike, the Italian outfit are unwilling to match Liverpool's initial valuation. Elsewhere, Harvey Elliott, who shone for England at the U21 Euros this summer, is heavily linked with a move away from Liverpool. Clubs across the Premier League are believed to be interested, with Liverpool's asking price having been set at £40 million with a release clause and £50 million without. Liverpool star Ibrahima Konate rejects transfer approach to quit Anfield this summer. Ibrahima Konate is attracting interest from Real Madrid after entering the final 12 months of his Liverpool contract. Liverpool defender Ibrahima Konate has snubbed a lucrative approach from the Saudi Pro League, insisting he wants to remain in Europe. The France international centre-back has now entered the final year of his contract at Anfield and at this moment in time, is not close to signing fresh terms on Merseyside. Discussions with Liverpool have reached deadlock in recent months and Real Madrid are thought to be eyeing Konate on a free transfer after recently landing Trent Alexander-Arnold from Arne Slot's Champions. However, in the past week, it's understood an unnamed club from Saudi Arabia contacted Konate via his representatives to register an interest in signing the ex-RB Leipzig stalwart this summer. But Konate rebuffed the chance to sit down at the negotiating table and instead outlined his commitment to staying in Europe, where he wants to continue competing at the highest level. Had Konate provided any encouragement that he was open to the move, the unnamed suitor would have been ready to kickstart talks with Liverpool over a deal. Liverpool would like to resolve Konate's ongoing contract saga, but there is a growing sense the 26-year-old may now be holding out for a move to Real Madrid and he'd be free to speak with Los Blancos from January 1st. The Reds are open to recruiting another central defender before the transfer window shuts, having recently sold Jarell Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen in a £35 million deal. They're a little light at the heart of defence, though Wataru Endo is viewed as potential cover alongside Joe Gomez and Andy Robertson also slotted in at left centre-back in the friendly win over Preston. Crystal Palace's Mark Gahey is on Liverpool's shortlist and they've also looked at Ajax's Holland U21 international Joral Hato. Whether Liverpool would consider bids for Konate this summer, given the prospect of a new contract is currently up in the air, remains to be seen given they're yet to receive any formal proposals for his services. For now, the champions appear to be prioritising the signing of a marquee attacker after lodging an inquiry for Newcastle's talisman Alexander Isak. The Magpies do not want to sell, but the Reds are also threatening to muscle an Eintracht Frankfurt striker Hugo Ekitike if Newcastle do not play ball. Eddie Howe's side have already seen a bid worth up to £69 million including add-ons rejected for the Frenchman, who they'd like to pair with Isak at St James Park. In the meantime, Liverpool have also rejected an initial offer worth up to £58.6 million from Bayern Munich for Luis Diaz. The Colombian international is thought to be open to a transfer, but Liverpool want to keep the player and believe Bayern's bid is way below fair market value. Liverpool striker transfer confirmed as off, different deal gets, here we go. Fabrizio Romano has revealed a Liverpool striker transfer has fallen through, while a direct alternative to the collapsed deal has been given the reporter's signature, here we go, confirmation. Liverpool's main focus in the transfer market right now is on the striker position. The Reds have made contact with Newcastle to officially register their interest in Alexander Isak and are prepared to pay a British record fee of £120 million to seal a deal. If unable to turn Newcastle's head, Liverpool will give serious consideration to signing Eintracht Frankfurt's Hugo Ekitike instead. That would again be a move that affects Newcastle given the Magpies are determined to both sign Ekitike and retain Isak. Newcastle saw a bid worth £70 million for Ekitike rejected on Tuesday but haven't given up hope of striking an agreement. In any case, what is clear is Liverpool will sign a new striker who'll take the place of Darwin Núñez. The expectation throughout much of June and the first half of July was Núñez would join Napoli. The Serie A champions tabled a bid worth around €50 million and would have had no issues agreeing personal terms with Núñez if agreeing a fee with Liverpool. However, transfer guru Romano has now taken to X to confirm Napoli have pulled the plug on signing Núñez. Explaining why, and also confirming who Napoli will sign instead, Romano stated, Napoli have informed Liverpool tonight that Darwin Núñez deal can be considered off. Napoli will sign, Udinese Lorenzo, Luca as new striker despite Núñez opening doors to the move, fee considered too high. Napoli are signing Luca on an initial season-long loan for a fee of €9 million. The loan will contain an obligation to buy worth €26 million. Prior reporting from Romano revealed Liverpool were seeking around €70 million from Núñez's sale, roughly €20 million higher than Napoli's only bid. What now for Darwin Núñez? The Napoli route has closed, though Liverpool and Núñez are still expected to part ways this summer. Earlier on Tuesday it emerged multiple Saudi Pro League sides had taken the first steps towards signing the 26-year-old. Nunez came close to joining Al Nassr in January, only for Liverpool to torpedo the move despite its advanced state. The Reds were competing for trophies in 4 competitions at that time and ultimately chose not to weaken Arne Slot's squad mid-season. Liverpool would have sold Nunez if able to sign a direct replacement in the same window. But given it since emerged Isak is their number 1 target and there was virtually zero chance Newcastle would have sold the Swede mid-season, Liverpool chose to retain Nunez until the summer. And despite the Napoli move falling through, Liverpool may yet be thankful it did given the greater sums the Saudi sides can offer.